Hello, and welcome to this guide where we'll take you through a couple features of the Polygon Wallet Suite. Before we begin, let's look at some of the features available on the proof of stake side. In terms of wallets, we have a portfolio link here that shows you all of your assets on Polygon. We also have a bridge that allows you to transfer assets between the Polygon proof of stake network and the Ethereum Mainnet. You also have a link here that will show you how you could swap tokens on the Polygon POS network. Some other Polygon POS solutions that we have is a link to the Polyscan Block Explorer that allows you to view the most recent transactions. We also have a link to the Faucet here that allows you to be able to get test tokens on Mumbai, Gorelli, and also on the Avail testnet. We also have a link here to the ecosystem dApp store. Well, dApps that you could see a lot of the dApps that have already been deployed on Polygon, and there are quite a number here. I encourage you to go and look inside of the various categories to see all of the things that we have available there. But let's get started with how to bridge ETH from the Ethereum L1 to the zkEVM. Let's click on zkEVM at the top here, and before we begin, I want to connect my wallet, so I'll do that using MetaMask. And once I do that, I want to connect up here to the Polygon zkEVM, and you'll get the disclaimer here that tells you this is an early version of the mainnet and there might be some frequent maintenance happening. But let's continue. If you don't have the zkEVM network, you would be encouraged to add it to your wallet. So all you need to do is click add to wallet, and from there you switch the network, and that's it. That's all you need to do to be able to continue to use a zkEVM. Okay, so now it's time for us to bridge ETH from the L1 to the zkEVM mainnet. Let's click on bridge here, and this brings us to the bridging interface. As you can see, we have no recent transactions here or pending transactions, and let's get started with bridging. I'd like to bridge 0.1 ETH from Ethereum to the Ethereum mainnet, and here we have a disclaimer that says you're about to transfer tokens using the Polygon zkEVM Mainnet Beta. There are risks associated with your use of the Mainnet Beta that you could find out here, and by doing so, we agree to the terms of use, including those risks and the privacy policy. I encourage you to go and look at each of these documents here and make sure that you have a full understanding of all of the implications. First one is this is the security rundown of the zkEVM. These are the terms of use of the Polygon network and all of our respective responsibilities, and this is the privacy policy associated with the zkEVM Mainnet Beta. It's important that we understand these things before proceeding. So once you've read that and you fully understand your obligations, you type here I understand and click on don't show this message again for it not to pop up again, and then begin to bridge ETH. Click on switch network for it to begin the process, and from there we sign the deposit transaction for us to start that process, and that's it. The transaction begins to process, and from there we come into the transactions view for us to wait for the confirmation. Now, it's important that we understand exactly what is happening here. When we began the bridging process, we essentially associated our address, the value that we'd like to have on the zkEVM, and we basically lock those in on a smart contract on the L1, and we are waiting for that transaction to then be finalized and then communicated to the zkEVM. When the transaction is finalized, we'll be able to claim that transaction by signing and proving that we are indeed the ones who initiated the transaction on the Ethereum L1. And once that is done, we'll be able to do so. So just give it a moment. Okay, so once the transaction is ready to be claimed on the L1, all we need to do is come here, click claim transaction. I will be asked to switch our network to the zkEVM. And once we do that, the transaction we should then be asked to sign the transaction once you confirm that. And that's it. That's all it takes for us to claim the funds on the zkEVM. Now we're just waiting on that particular transaction to flow through, and that's it. So when we go to the zkEVM, now see that 0.1 ETH now exists on the zkEVM, and that's all it takes for you to be able to transfer. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the Polygon team on Twitter or on Discord.